Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. There is a former attorney for the SEC. Also, I think he's being intellectually forthright here. From what I can tell, Attorney Fagel thinks this way. I just don't agree with him on pretty much anything. And, yes, I am prejudiced, therefore I don't find. Yes, he is also biased. Okay, it makes sense, whatever. However, cognitively speaking, I simply do not. I swear, I can't make sense of what he's saying. Usually, I am able to understand what is being said. The lawyer is he. Not only am I not a lawyer, but I also don't agree with the other ones. David Schwartz, name them as you see them. And this has been so thick, and I adore it. With the conclusion of the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple. And in the XRP, we have triumphed as a group. Connection and reverberation. A lot more can be heard from David Schwartz. So, I believe he was muzzled to some extent previously. And it's easy to see why, after all, this is a really important case. But now he's opening up and calling things as he sees them, which is something I've only recently witnessed him doing on Twitter and for which I'm grateful. I appreciate how he calls people out when they bring stupid viewpoints to the table. Plus, he said some really harsh things. I'm in favor of having a fire. The zeal impresses me. This is significant because it relates to the SEC's absurd claims that a Coinbase and cryptocurrency exchanges are illegal. This is so because the statements it makes are complete nonsense. This means the war will go on. The job for John Dean is far from done. For instance, he is now representing thousands of people and wants to be officially recognized in the ongoing litigation against Coinbase. And I have some news to share with you about that. And as it happens, and this won't shock you, I wonder if you've been paying attention. The court in this case has given the SEC a resounding nope and is not buying what they are selling. In addition, you'll find that you enjoy it very much. Especially in light of our recent success, I find myself wishing for even more successes. You're going to love this, it's that satisfying. While I have no doubt that XRP has a bright future ahead of it, I believe that the great majority of other coins will eventually fail to achieve even nominal success in the marketplace. But before I go any further, let it be known that I have no support of any kind, either financially or legally. I am not qualified to give you financial or legal counsel. Furthermore, you should not use what I say as a basis for making any financial decisions. Okay, I'm simply a fan that occasionally posts films to YouTube about crypto-related subjects for fun. Okay, so here's what you've been waiting for. The CTO of Ripple blasts the director of X Security for saying that the courts have no authority to supervise cryptocurrency exchanges. After former SEC Divisional Director Mark Fagel's comments about crypto exchange regulation, Ripple Labs CTO David Schwartz lashed back. For background, crypto enthusiasts have taken to Twitter to analyze the verdict in the SEC v. Ripple litigation by Judge Annalise, a Taurus. So it seems. Due to the court's ruling that XRP is not a security, secondary market trading of the cryptocurrency will continue unabated. Reacting, Fagel contended that the SEC lacks jurisdiction over cryptocurrency exchanges in light of the court's conclusion that secondary market sales are not securities. In this instance, I'll just show you what lawyer Mark Fagel tweeted. If the court's interpretation of the case is correct and transactions through exchanges are not security sales, then the SEC does not have the authority to oversee such markets. But nonetheless, I wish you the best of luck. Since judicial oversight of cryptocurrency markets is theoretically impossible, we must ask, what are the courts doing about it? Right. David Schwartz echoed that sentiment and posted his thoughts on Twitter. The courts have no authority over cryptocurrency exchanges, he wrote. Furthermore, the SEC is making no effort to control the cryptocurrency market. Coinbase is evidence of this claim. Punishing exchanges for existing and striving to comply with the law is all that judges can do. Congress isn't intended to become involved in regulating things. They are under social pressure to do so. If horrible things don't happen, then we obtain reasonable regulation that people can comprehend and follow. In my opinion, he has hit the proverbial bullseye with this one. More leadership is required, particularly from Congress. Eventually, we'll succeed. All that has to be determined is how many years. Things are not going well, but in the meantime we have to deal with the SEC's nonsense BS, as David Schwartz described it. Let's break this down. Every single crypto case I've been following this year has had a judge basically bitch-smacking the various SEC attorneys for their various BS nonsense positions, because it's clear that the SEC is out of control. They run them buck wild, as evidenced by transcripts from the perspective of judges in the various cases. Right. They are acting dishonestly. They are not acting in accordance with the law, as Magistrate Judge Byrne of the SEC in the Ripple case put it. Rather, they are acting out of a misguided belief that they can do whatever they want and get away with it. They're getting slammed down to earth, literally. It's a huge overreach of authority. You're going to absolutely adore this, and seeing it is so rewarding. In light of judges' rulings and the proliferation of cryptocurrency-related lawsuits, the SEC seems to be losing ground at an alarming rate. Here then is what James Murphy, an attorney, had to say about it. On Twitter, Attorney Murphy posts under the handle Metal Lawman, and he just shared the following SEC v Coinbase update. The transcript of Thursday's pre-motion conference shows that things went even more poorly for the SEC than had been previously reported. Unusually for a first hearing, the judge took a position in favor of Coinbase on a fundamental issue. Here we have the judge, whose name I cannot pronounce. Is it pronounced like judge, fellow, or fire? If fire has two L's, does that mean it's pronounced like Y? What the heck was going on there? I have no idea. I have always struggled with reading and writing. But, in any case, this is a direct quote from the judge. Coinbase's belief that what they were doing was fine isn't weird in philo parlance, since that's exactly what you allowed them to do when they first began accepting IPO applications in the S. That is the point I am trying to make. You guys are the judges, therefore they're stating it in a very literal sense. You knew exactly what they were up to when they registered their IPO with the SEC a couple of years ago. What he's trying to say is this. Coinbase's belief that what it was doing was fine wasn't crazy in the failure parlance, because it was exactly what you permitted them do when they issued the SEC IPO. Correct filing. Since you gave them permission to do so, Coinbase naturally assumed that they were acting ethically. You don't need a law degree, in my opinion, to put two and two together. I just don't see it. Therefore, the judge takes note of Attorney Murphy's remark and thinks she is making her point. She has made up her mind and will tell you that of course Coinbase is acting in a way that you would want them to. It's only a number after all. The judge said, USEC may say that Coinbase and I the judge are reading too much into the issuance of the South one into court, quoting from the transcript. The defendants claim that the judge is misunderstanding their claims that they are, in fact, reading too much into the issuance of the S1. And how many lawyers have I been emphasizing this to, at least twice in the recent past? Because there is no shortage of SEC lawyers responding, oh, come on, in response to the company's claims. I mean, come on, it's just paperwork being filed. The SEC has no responsibility to ensure that Coinbase is following the law. Also, they tend to speak in broad strokes. And, well, it just is. The SEC's role is limited to enhancing this paperwork if doing so will better safeguard investors. That's why I can't accept your bogus reasoning. This case's judge isn't impartial either. Wow, that's fantastic. Lawyer Murphy then says the judge sides with Coinbase once again. Prediction: this is a major tell, and it's not good news for the SEC. The SEC is absolutely right, things will only worsen from here on out. It's all over today. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.